The Banco Borges Irmao, originally designed by Álvaro Siza, was a bank built in the historic center of Vila do Conde, Portugal. It was commissioned in 1969, then going through a total of 3 design and location changes, was finally completed in 1986. The first location comprised of an enlargement of existing facilities that had a bridge to connect them all while containing the original facades. The new bank pan was superimposed on the foundation of a pre-existing building. The architecture is very modern compared to the area around it, and its sheer curvature is different enough, let alone the way it is constructed with its rounded and basic front and enlarged windows that contrast to the very detailed entrances of the local architecture. The building does, however, try to conform to the surrounding architecture with a plaster white color and similar dimension space, especially its height. The buildings around it are so intricate that Caesar chose not to take any more attention away from them by changing the dimensions of the building that surpass its neighbors. He couldn't take away from the architectural beauty and integrity from the rest of the city by focusing all attention on his architecture. The narrow foundation only leaves room for pathways to develop the space and lead customers in the direction they need to go. If you follow these pathways even further, they will lead you to a perch outside that looks over the city and the remaining ornate architecture. Once you step inside the building, the ancient world leaves from your sight as you enter a more curvilinear and acute angled landscape. The complex interior space reflects yet contrasts the simplistic exterior through its color and more modernized complexity. This building was built ahead of its time and placed in an area that did emphasize its differences. If it had been placed in a more modern city, it still would have had distinguishing features, but wouldn't stick out like a sore thumb in its location. It has a tone that gives a sense of a utopian, futuristic society, but given that it was made 30 years ago, still has a retro feel to it. The curved edges especially act as a rebellion to the linear formation of the buildings and city around it.